Hello, just a short little talky video today. So, earlier this week, I reviewed two different single barrel Benromachs, and I liked them very much, and I gave them both the same score, 89 points. And I'm sure many of you watched that and thought, okay, sure, same score, but like, which one should I buy? What's the best version of this malt between the two? Well, I will tell you. It is what I have in my glass right here. Is it the sherry cask one? Actually, no. Is it the bourbon cask one? Actually, no. What I have done is I've taken my little measuring cup. I poured half an ounce of each into the cup. I poured it into the glass, put a little topper on for about 20 minutes, and now I'm enjoying it. So half and half of each, and oh god, this is good. It's retained a lot of the vanilla and the nutty, grungy character from the bourbon cask one, that more sort of forward presentation of the distillate. But god, the sherry is still in play too. It even, especially like the savory side of the sherry. This is actually better than either bottle individually. Not a whole lot. Like, we're talking 89 plus territory. Might be edging into 90. I don't know. Like, see how deep I get into this glass. But yeah, like, this is, I haven't had a whole lot of either one of these bottles, but a lot of it has just been like this, like just 1-to-1 of each. And that gives me an opportunity to talk about very, very, very small batches. There is an assumption, particularly in the whiskey world, but that kind of goes through and catches on in the rest of spirits, that like single barrel bottlings are the best. They are the top. To some extent, even in mezcal, you will see this insistence that small batches are the best because they will show the most personality and the most delicacy, the most nuance. Is that true? Maybe, but don't overlook the value of just getting a whole bunch of different barrels, or like just different sources of stuff, and blending them together. Like, again, my favorite one of these two is this blend of the two. Even the Serranos, I also reviewed this week. The two blends there were very, very, very small batch blends, and one of them was my favorite of the whole lineup. That one L'Encantata XO from Aficionados was, I don't know if it's the best L'Encantata I've ever had, but it's the best. I think I gave it the highest review I've given anything recently. So, like, there's something to be said about not just getting two sister casks, which are basically the same thing, and vatting them together, as a lot of independent bottlers do. You'll see that a lot in signatory among scotches. But finding two contrasting sources and blending them together. Or 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, but no more than that. So we're not really talking about small batches here, because when you see that term used in, say, bourbon, you could still be talking about like dozens of different barrels and tens of thousands of bottles coming out. We're talking about, if I can borrow a term you'll see used more in computer talk, micro batches. Like, you know, these tiny combinations of contrasting characters, different casks, aged versus unaged, different distillers even, that you can really get some fun results. I mean, I don't want to, tell you don't buy single barrels. Obviously, I buy a lot of single barrels and small and like, very, very small output mezcals and stuff. But uh, yeah, like if you're looking for example, let me give you the dilemma. If you were looking for a contrast in cask types, let's say you want to keep um, um, the character of your bourbon barrel matured scotch, but you also want to give it a little kiss of sherry in there. If you're stuck with a single barrel, all you can really do is do a finish of some kind. And as we have seen evidence, finishes don't always work. Sometimes they work spectacularly well, but a lot of the time they don't. But if you just get yourself out of the mindset of everything having to be a single barrel, hey, now you open up the options of just taking one thing matured in a bourbon cask and blending it with another thing matured in a sherry cask, or a Madeira cask, or a port cask, or whatever. Yeah, so I don't want to go on too long here. I feel like I made my point. Anyways, if you buy some Benromachs or other distillery stuff, a couple of different single casks, try just blending them together. 1-to-1 at first. You can get more complex if you want. But see if you can get a better result than either one individually. And hey, that goes for producers also. Oh man, that is good. Sorry, I will stop. Thanks for watching my little bonus video, and cheers.